This is the 2025 Audi A8, a luxury sedan that is best described as being sleek and smooth. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're at Audi Shreveport today. We're going to go over the particulars on this A8. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. Here on the front end, you will find your full LED lighting. And I don't know how well you can see, but you have an animation going on with your turn signal indicators going from left to right. I don't know if that shows up with my camera the way that it should, but it is happening. We have our full LED lighting. The front end, well, it looks like an Audi. You can't mistake what you're looking at, not only because of the Audi logo, but that classic Audi grille, a very nice look. This particular model will have 21-inch wheels. And across the lineup with these models, you will always find air ride suspension, but there is one big difference if you go with the S8. When you walk up to the vehicle and touch the door handle, it's going to raise up just a little bit, the vehicle will, to make it easier to get in and out of. And hopefully you'll never need this other feature that it has, which is the fact that if you are about to be in a T-bone collision, the system will sense that and actually raise up that side of the vehicle to make the frame take more of the impact than the doors. Nice safety feature where that is concerned. Your side view mirrors will have all of the features that I know you're looking for. They're going to have the turn signal indicators built in. They're heated, they're power adjustable, and you will also find that they are going to be power folding, as you can see. And all I did was turn the knob right here for adjusting these side view mirrors from right here to this position here that allows them to fold in. So if you're curious about that, there you go. Soft closed doors. Show you how that works. Very easy to deal with. Something I like here that you don't get with a lot of vehicles is a very wide opening with the rear doors. Overall, a very nice modern look. And that's very interesting because the A8 has not been redesigned since 2018, the 2018 model year, but you still have a nice modern look, at least in my opinion. Tell me what you think about that. We'll finish things off here with the nice bright LED taillights. I like having the lighting element going all the way across right here. We'll also find the Audi logo right there, our A8 L logo. And over here, we're gonna find the Quattro logo. That is Audi jargon for all-wheel drive. Under the hood is the 3-liter TFSI V6 that puts out 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. All of that will be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You have your adaptive air ride suspension. It's going to help give you a nice smooth ride quality. And how about your MPGs? 19 city, 27 highway, 22 combined, and 4.5 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. If you're curious to know about your gas tank size, it's going to be 21.7 gallons. Here is the remote for the A8. You can see what all you have here as far as lock, unlock. We can push the button twice right here, and that opens our power trunk, revealing 12 cubic feet of cargo space. You actually have a pass-through that can be opened. That's going to be that square right there. I'll show you how to do that from the interior. It's a lot easier to do that. And here's something that brings some peace of mind, the presence of a spare tire. One thing rear seat passengers will not find lacking is space. You can see this door is really wide. A lot of room with the armrest and with the door bin. We'll also find the rear sunroof. There is a power shade that can be drawn back and forth based on needs. And we'll hop on inside. I know it's a little noisy in here, but it is mighty warm outside. I'm gonna close the door. Rear seat pockets right here, the back of each seat. And then if you want to change the temperature or the fan speed, we can lower that fan speed right here if we want to. I don't know that I want to keep it down there for too long, but you can see how easy that is to do. There are your air conditioning vents. And then when we open this area, have something you don't see in any other vehicle I know of as of right now in 2025, any newer models, and that is the presence of two 12-volt power outlets. Kind of unusual to see that, but that could be very useful. Now, you do have a couple of USB ports that are built into this fold-down armrest or command center, whatever you want to call that. Very easy to deal with. We can open the cup holders, bring those out right there, but when we need to, they can be concealed away. You'll have your space within. There actually is a decent amount there. And here is the pass-through I was telling you about. You just push on that release and it opens up and gives a little bit of additional storage capacity and options. We've all seen dampened tailgates, but you have the dampened center console right here. Notice how it basically takes over and gently closes itself. You will also find shades on the doors and the rear window. And via the control right here, we can manage the front sunroof. If we want to open the sunroof all the way, we can do that. We can also close the shade the same way we can do here with the rear sunroof. And if you want to use the button right here, you can bring the power shades down, let in all of the light. You can also use that to roll the window down. It's a one touch down. You can see that it goes all the way down and one touch up. I'm not holding the button down, as you can see. And quite a few air conditioning vents here. We have 4 for your rear seat passengers. You can see what we have built into the door pillar and what we've already seen on the rear of the center console. One thing, like I said, is not lacking back here. I feel like I'm riding in a limousine because there is so much space, leg space, and head space. One thing that I do find very interesting is I keep wanting to reach up here to use the door handle. You have to reach underneath like that, as you can see. Kind of an interesting design. The sticker price is $103,515. Here's what else you get for that price. Now you can see that you have seat memory on the passenger side. That means you know you're going to have it on the driver's side. Nice large armrests and door bins. We'll also find fully adjustable driver and passenger seats with lumbar support. They are both heated and ventilated. Go over here to the driver's side door. There's your seat memory. All the controls for your side view mirrors and windows, all that good stuff is here. You can leave your lighting on auto, or you can turn everything on and off as you wish. You'll also find your turn signal indicator lever right here, turn signal stalk. You will also find everything for your windshield wipers here, steering wheel mounted controls, and a very nice look with your driver's display. And if you want to change the view a little bit, you can do that. There are a few things you can do. You can also go and make changes to what is actually on the screen. Now, I'm just using the controls right here to do that. You can see that if you want to bring up additional information beyond having navigation on the screen, you can do that. But there are a lot of people who want that navigation right there. That answers a question that many people have. Does it have built-in navigation? Well, now you know. Up here on the upper console, we have all of our different controls. As you can see here, this is for the sunroof in the rear. If we want to open the shade back there, you can see everything else that's here. It's a lot, but it's not bad. It's not an overload, in my opinion, of controls and features and functionality to learn. And with our screen right here, not a lot to talk about, but you do have a few different features that you can go through right here. As you can see, we can go to our maps. You already know you have built-in navigation. You can deal with pairing your smartphone, all that good stuff, connecting a mobile device right there. And then I'm going to hit the button to bring up our cameras, because there are quite a few views here that make it very easy to see what's going on around the vehicle. Always nice to have that depending on what you need to do. And I like that you can just use your finger to work your way around and see from pretty much every angle, almost every angle. Maybe not as much up high, but you can to a degree. But you can't see overhead here, but you can right here. So it does make up for that. You also have your park assist. All of that's going to be here. The one thing I would like to see change, personally, I'm not a big fan of having all of the air conditioning controls on a screen. I would much rather have that here with physical controls. And I think most people are going to agree that that's the best way to handle it. There is the knob for your radio, turning that on and off and adjusting the volume. The start-stop button for the engine, and the shifter right here. You have a 12-volt power outlet, as you can see, via the 12V right there on the cover. Our cup holders right here, and we'll also have some space within the center console, and you can see that you have a couple of USB ports there. All right, here we go on our test drive. And normally when I'm on this particular road, I wouldn't turn the camera on at this point because this road is so rough, but smooth is one of the words I used to describe the A8, and it definitely soaks up the bumps very nicely. Driving over that bump back there, handled it well. That's a good thing. Keep you nice and comfortable and refreshed on the long road trips. Very enjoyable to drive, easy to see out of, And when you need it, you do have a decent amount of horsepower at your disposal. This is not intended to be a high performance vehicle in this particular situation, but when you need to, you can step on the pedal and get down the road with no problems. The steering wheel is adjustable, by the way. It's power adjustable. There's a control on the left-hand side of the steering wheel to adjust the steering wheel tilt and telescopically. Everything is fully adjustable for the driver as far as the driver's seat and the side view mirrors, all that good stuff. Everything to make it easy for everyone to be able to see very well and be comfortable no matter their height. That's one of the most common questions I receive is, can somebody who's over 6 feet tall handle a vehicle you're driving, or somebody who's maybe around 5 feet tall? I've had those questions come up quite a few times, and in this case I can say yes to both of those. I have a lot of head space. Even without the sunroof, there would still be plenty of room right there. And there is a little bit of tint to these sunroofs. That's a good thing. You may have noticed that earlier in the video, but on a hot Louisiana day, when we're headed into the high 90s today, which I'm not complaining about that, we're not into the triple digits yet. Maybe we won't make that this year, but we'll just have to see. But it's still nice and hot. Now we'll step on it just a little bit here. If you step on the gas pedal, it may surprise you at how quickly it gets up and goes. You feel a little bit of acceleration, but you also are going to end up in a situation where it doesn't feel like it's accelerating as hard as it is because of the fact that it's such a big vehicle. So it soaks up some of that feeling so you don't feel like you're going as fast as you really are. So make sure you pay attention to the speedometer. Easy to manage brake and gas pedal. That's always a nice thing to have, but overall, a very enjoyable vehicle to drive, comfortable in the front seat, comfortable in the back seat. Overall, I'd say the A8 is a very good choice if you are looking for a full-size luxury sedan. And there it is, the 2025 Audi A8. It's sleek and smooth. Tell me what you think about it. Is it time for a redesign? What do you want to see in the future as far as the A8 goes? It'll be interesting to see if we see a new A8 as we move forward from Audi. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Audi of Shreveport for loaning me this A8 for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and if you would please, share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you'd like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.